What is up, collectors? We are back, and today we're going to do a State of the Hobby address just to see where the market's been taking us of the last couple months. I am Dr. Jetman. Please like and subscribe as we continue to work on growing this channel, and we'll just keep building and enjoying these Pokemon cards. First off, just sorry for the infrequent uploads over the last couple of weeks. I actually started a new job, so I'm trying to get used to the routine of that. Make sure that I feel good with just a new work demand. So nothing bad life-wise. Just trying to make sure I have time to do what I need to on a work-life schedule as I kind of get back into diving into the Pokemon market. But I am excited for today. Excited to see all the growth that so many of us have been having. And it's just good times, good vibes. As you can see, my graph has been going up steadily. These graphs on Collector aren't always the greatest because they don't factor in the fact that we are adding in cards. Like, it just is a straight line. Like, if you add in a $500 card, it's going to go upwards. It doesn't really factor in the price change unless you guys know a way to do that. But whenever I add a new card, if I didn't sell a card, it just automatically goes up. But overall, my cards have gone up, and I will just kind of discuss which ones have, because I have a pretty diverse collection, and I will tell you which ones haven't really, which ones have stagnant, but for the most part, they all have gone up. As you can see, my base set, unlimited cards and PSA 10 have all gone up a pretty good amount. I started to regularly acquire these in that December, January area when we had a little bit of the downturn in the market, so I felt like it was a good opportunity as long as the price made sense. I picked up the Nidoking for $850. Right now, Collector has it at $1,200, but I was watching an auction of another Nidoking that just finished up, and it went for $1,500. So I would say the number on the Nidoking is closer to 15 than the 12. We'll see if that gets updated. The Poliwrath is crazy. I don't know what happened or why that became became such an expensive card. I picked mine up for about $800. The last one sold for close to this number, about $1,100 to $1,200 mark. So that's a huge gain for me as well on the Poliwrath. And then the Ninetales. The Ninetales has done well for me. I actually got it the cheapest of the bunch. I don't know why a Ninetales is cheaper than a Poliwrath. I think someone would say the gem rate, but honestly, the gem rate on all these are so low, it doesn't really make sense why the artistry of the Ninetales isn't just higher up in general. So we'll see what happens with that. I feel like I'm in a good spot overall with my super vintage cards, the original base set. So I don't have a strong inkling to want to buy any more of those. I was trying to get a couple of fossil cards, whether it was the Ditto Hollow, Zapdos Hollow, and PSA 10, but those became out of reach. I was bidding on the Ditto when it was still around the $600 mark, but then the next bid went for about $1,100, and I was like, oh, I guess the market did change if it's such a huge blast off like that. So it just made me realize the market is in a different spot. I was trying to go after the Gyarados as well if it was closer to the $1,200 mark, but they are now getting closer to $2,000, so there's no shot on that either. So it's the official market shift. I don't know if we didn't get these cards under $1,000, unless we get another downturn. I think it is what it is with the prices of the vintage base set cards, and it should have been appreciated. I mean, when you look at things, why were these cards even close to the current prices of the modern cards? Because they still are beautiful artwork. Like, this Nidoking is an absolutely amazing card. When I picked this for $850, it's basically maybe triple the price of the Destined Rival. No, it was double the price of the Destined Rival Nidoking PSA 10 illustration rare at the time, which makes no sense when you're just factoring in that this is from 1999. The Nidoking from Destined Rivals is amazing, but there's going to probably be 10,000, 15,000 of those. This one is about pop 373. So it just did not make sense, the price of these. Everyone would say Shadowless and First Edition are the reason to go into vintage, but Unlimited, I kept saying that is the underrated art. the underrated product. So overall, super happy those went up. Now we'll get into some of my mega cards. I picked those up more recently in like the February timeline. So the mega Lucario actually has gone up pretty good for me. I did get it closer for the low $600 mark, but now in a PSA 10 they're going for closer to $730. So that's already a jump up. I plan to hold on all these cards just for collecting wise, because I do like XY area a lot. I was waiting for the price to drop because when I got back into, I was a heavy collector of Fortnite, and I did do Pokemon a little bit, but I always sold my Pokemon cards. When I told myself I was going to get back into Pokemon, I wanted to focus on XY because it was one of my favorite eras, but then that's when they announced that ZA would be Mega Evolution, so the price of Skyrocket, as you can see in this graph. This card had hit as high as 1,800. So it's been a correction, to say the least, that this has dropped. I mean, it's almost to the lowest point it was a year ago, which says a lot. So I would think these cards are going to just slowly tick up now that they're not getting that. It was just an unrealistic expectation with the way they were going up. So I picked that up. The Scissor, you guys know I've been talking about that one forever. I finally picked it up in PSA 10. It did the same kind of huge spike when people were excited for ZA, and it corrected itself nearly identical to where it was a year ago, which is awesome for me. So I picked this up around that price of where it was a year ago, and it just makes you feel better about your collection when you didn't buy at that peak. I mean, if I bought this one at the peak, it would be about $1,000, and that'd be close to the price I paid for all three of these Mega Evolution cards. The Gardevoir was the one I thought would just never come down, and it also just slammed down the same way. It's at the bottom that it's been over the last year. All these cards are at the bottom, so I feel great about where I picked them up at. I mean, maybe one day if the market slows down, it'll cut in half price wise, but I just don't see that happening. Maybe we'll go over a couple more. And you can see my Lorcana box. That's just for me. I mean, I like Lorcana. I believe in it. I don't see why One Piece shot up to such a huge amount, but Lorcana never really did that yet. So I do anticipate Lorcana having a moment where the box gets to about 1 or 2K, and then that's when I'll probably sell it. And I'm not in a rush to sell it, so I'm just kind of holding on to that. If it never gets to that mark over the next 10 years, whatever. I mean, I may just hold on to the box, but if I want to get something else, like a graded Pokemon card, then I'll just sell the Lorcana box for whatever price it was. Like, if it's close to $100, then I'll just hold on, because there's no reason for me just to be underwater on such a nice box. But the tag team cards, these are my top-end ones. The Giratina. Oh, here's my other XY Mega card I got, the Altaria. This one was just a fun one for me, that I believe in this card as well. But the tag team card, the Reshiram, is the one that I think is going to take off the most. It's a beautiful, beautiful card, stunning card in person. It's at 373. I think I'll just keep going up. If you can look over the last year, it did hit up to 700. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets closer to that mark, because it is a beautiful artwork. I think it goes beyond just being a tag team card. It's just a beautiful card overall. So these are the cards that I have focused on picking up and adding to my collection. But we'll keep going over things. I just want to kind of give you guys an update. Overall, the Pokemon market is skyrocketing. It's at an amazing spot. I don't think there's too much risk with buying right now, because as you can see, if you got these cards at the right price, you didn't buy at the all-time high over the last, even right now, you're not buying at an all-time high. They're slowly ticking up. And that doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. I mean, we hear about these all-time highs of these cards that are $5,000 and $10,000, but some of the cards I got that are in the $500, $300 to $500 mark now are actually at the lowest point they've been at a year and ticking upwards. The ticking upwards is what we're all seeing, but not everyone's factoring in that it's not ticking upwards from the all-time high. So, just something to look at, food for thought. Please let me know what you guys think about the Pokemon market, and we'll keep up these videos. Peace.